Yo boys, back with another video. Today we are doing a solo shuffle. I just got done playing some threes carrying this terrible, and I mean the worst hunter in the game, trinketing at 100% almost every opener, getting absolutely carried to the max extent that you can be carried at, and H-Pow doubling every single other healer's healing every game. My DPS doing not even minimum 50k to 100k DPS, doing little to none. No damn. I hope he sees this video, just because I know he's salty about that one. Good old Fash, carried like huge. Hard stuck 1600 hunter. You're welcome for the carry though, buddy. But here, I'm gonna show you what happens in solo shuffle and what happens in the end of days when you end up playing solo shuffle. And you work hard. Let's say you do all this, you do all the healing you can do, you do everything possible to win. You try and you try, and in the end, does it matter? Not really. I'm not gonna lie about that one. So this is the game where I gained 13 rating. Now, the other healer was 2530. I'm 2560, I believe. So there's not a big difference. So it's not like this healer was like hard stuck 1600 or something like that. No, this was a balanced. I don't know why I only gained that much. I have no idea. And this is a perfect example of the MMR system completely and utterly screwing you over. And this has happened to other healers. This actually has happened to my DPS as well, where I'll end up getting about a certain CR, and my MMR, once it equals out, I call it the MMR bug, where no matter how much you win after your MMR equals out, you can't play anymore because this will happen right here. And I've been telling people didn't believe me when I said it before. They're like, "Oh, well, you're just bad." No, this happens. It doesn't. I literally pre-sacked the incap. I pre-sacked the grip. He was gonna grip trap me. He didn't even have grip. I think he's trying to swap me. But I end up going forward too. And this is versus a wrestler. So this is a game that I should never win. I already knew this was gonna be really hard to win for us, and I knew it's pretty much I have a ret paladin on my team. So not only do I have to face a wrestler, I have a ret. If anybody knows ret with an H pal, it does not end well for an H pal, especially when an H pal is already an F tier healer. So yeah, he pretty much dies here. My guy has land hands, but it looks like he can't even use it, so he's dead. So we don't kick a single clone, and we end up losing right here because I can't heal through the damage. So if my team literally just kicked one clone, then we would be fine. But we didn't kick a single clone. And if you guys know what rating, this is a situation where you're at a certain rating, and my rep paladin has not a single kick. My lock is at least attempting to kick. All we have to do is save kick for clones. That's it. We have one thing to kick. We're not facing any casters. We have one thing we have to kick. Clone or maybe like a healing cast. That is all. If we kick that, it allows me not to get full clone by a Wrestler Druid. Now, if this Wrestler Druid was good, if he did that every game, we lost every game. So if he pushed in and cloned me off DR every time, we lost the game, and there was no doubt in my mind. I don't know how I got very lucky that I faced a Druid that thought he's probably used to playing with double caster, and that's why he was playing far back. As a Druid, he thought that he could out heal me, which usually you could, but if I CC you enough, we can get the W. So usually what he's doing can work versus an HY. It won't work versus other healers. As their comp, as Ret DH, you want to push up and Cyclone. And you want to do that off DR. Pretty much with every comp that you're going to play here, other than like maybe Affy DH or something, you want to be pushing up. Because having that extra CC chain is going to be very vital for you winning the game. And that's pretty much that. Um, I have a lot of leveling to do, and that'll be that. I am kind of exhausted, I ain't gonna lie. I literally was healing these people, and one didn't have precog, which wasn't his fault, but he still played really good. We were at like 2370 MMR, so we definitely were winning games. We're playing Serve SP HPOW, which is honestly, it ended up being not a terrible comp. And honestly, it wouldn't have been. The ones that we lost were only lost because either our hunter just trinketed air or he just didn't turtle. Or we just got completely countercomped and we never went to Druid like we were supposed to. Never swapped to the healers like when you're playing an SP, your teammate has to swap to healers in order to win. An SP counters healers. That's usually what it goes. Unless it's like a holy priest or something, all you have to do is stun the healer, go healer, with silence off with mind games. You may kill him, you may not. You're gonna get a CD no matter what. and that's pretty much that. As an SP, you go the healer every silence go. That is how you play SP. That is usually the case in most situations. However, my team didn't know how to do that. So instead, we had to make sure we CC'd him enough to where we somehow killed, and I somehow out healed the other healer until I literally almost oomed. It was insanity. Insanity. But we ended up winning games. And thankfully it was at super late, so everyone that's on is like completely just garbanzo. Because we're playing at like 5 a.m., so it's just going to be a bunch of Proud more, players like that. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna queue again or not in solo shuffle. I might queue one more just to see if it's like that. Maybe something happens. Um, I was gonna see. The thing is, I was waiting on my priest and my evoker to get 2400 on my main account that's banned. I was waiting for my MMR because gradually your MMR goes up after like, let's say you get 2400 in the first month. If you sit your character and you wait like a month or two, your MMR will be 2600, and that's just by sitting your character. So that's what you can do, and that's a like a trick. So if your MMR is stuck like this, just wait it out. So you just log off, wait a month or two, or not even, maybe just a month. And as the MMR goes up and people start getting higher, it's gonna push your MMR a little bit higher, which will end up getting you just enough to where it's like if you go 3-3, you'll gain rating, which is I wish is how it's supposed to be, but it's not. But yeah, that's pretty much that. So hopefully, I don't think it's gonna fix the issue. It's always happened like this on every character I've had. The MMR eventually equals out, and when it does, there's no longer, there's nothing you can do. It's unfortunate, but that's just the world. That's just, I see. The thing is, I don't know why this doesn't happen to anybody else. Because I'm 80 and 50 with almost um a 60%, 60, yeah, literally like a 60% win loss ratio, which is really good in solo shuffle at 25, 81 or whatever. And even with that, my MMR is equaled out. And the moment it equaled out, I haven't been gaining rating. First game I won, I went 5-1. I gained 20 rating, which is terrible because guess what? If I go 2-4, I lose 60. So I lose double the rating that I'm gaining in one loss, and that's as an HPAL or just as anybody. It's just that's unacceptable because that's completely unfair. There's nothing as a healer. There's nothing I can do to stop them from if they DPS want to throw and not click CDs and die on a round, and then I go 3-3 or go 2-3, or 2-4. It's usually not the healer's case. Like there's nothing we can do. It's either we're gonna countered, and there's just literally usually when a healer loses at this rating, they lose because they're just getting outclassed. That's usually the case. And then when they're not getting outclassed, they're getting outplayed, or their DPS are throwing. There's just so much stuff that adds up to where it's like, how are you supposed to win? Like, there's nothing I can do as a teammate to help the team. And trust me, I like it. See, as Ret Paladin, we should never win this. This should be a unwinnable comp. This is the one comp where, if he just cycling, or else he probably doesn't even need a cycling. If he can just out heal me, they'll win. But yeah, it's pretty much that. So I'm just making this video just to get it out there, and why not? We're back. I made another video which will probably be uploaded before this. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm kind of just exhausted. Like queuing all those threes were literally just a headache. They were super try hard for me. Like, dude, the difference between a DPS and a healer POV is almost to be a healer right now, you just have to be a god tier player. Well, yes, is what it comes down to. Like it's such a hard, season to heal in. It's like, especially when you're playing a healer like this. Anybody playing a healer that's not like the SS tier is usually pretty good at the game, especially if they're able to win rounds and win games consistently. So, you know, that's pretty much that. That's good old Fash. But yeah, we got the new account set up. We got all that stuff ready. Got the fresh new account, all that good stuff, and we'll be ready for that. And by the way, this is an account that is freshly made. So people are like, "Oh, you bought an account?" No, I didn't buy an account. I made a fresh account. So there's nothing on it. It's literally a new account fresh. There's literally just a character transferred onto it, and that's it. It's literally fresh. It's zero with no expansions. It has game time that we literally made it right now. And I'll have B tags going out, so anybody that wants my B tag, that if you know me and you were on my B tag beforehand, make sure you hit me up so I can get you back on, because it's gonna be a fresh new B tag, and the odds of me logging on my main is going to be very rare, mainly because it's banned. So there's no point in me going on that account anymore. And now we have to level up. I gotta buy the new expansion. I gotta get a bunch of gold ready. Like it's gonna be hectic, especially when July, like they switched it instead of it being August 20, 28th or 26th. It's July 23rd pre-patch, and then like a week later or a day later, then the expansion comes out. Yeah, that pretty much ruined everything I was trying to do. I was trying to get enough gold. I was trying to get everything ready, and then they do this, and I'm like, it's right as I get banned, so it's right as I lose all of my gold that they do something like that. And I was like, oh, that's not good for me. That is not good for me. Because I really don't want to be behind. I want to be leveled. I want to be at least able to get the green gear and start off with everybody else. Like, if I'm behind with gear after like a week or two, I'll just be so. You're just going to get out. Like, gear matters so much at, like, the start of a season. It really does. Like, people go for the PvE rings and everything. They're sweaty. But yeah, that's pretty much that. So yeah, we gotta level all the characters. The goal, I think a lot of people want to see me get 2400 in arena on every character. Um, the thing is, that would, depending on how this season goes, it should be a lot easier to push. It really should. Cataclysm, everybody's coming back from Cata. Here I dispelled. I honestly thought I had precog, so I guess the precog ended like a millisecond before I dispelled, so I didn't get the I still got silence. I did not mean for that to happen. I thought I still had precog. Thankfully, this guy actually clicks bubble. Usually, the rets on my team never click bubble. Here, I fake cast this guy. And by the way, these are games that I just happen to just log on and I just play. I don't warm up. I literally just log on. My warm up is these games. So it's pretty funny. But yeah, I mean, if you guys want to see 2400, we could probably just do both. The thing is, I don't think I could do like it just really depends. Like I'm still gonna play solo shuffle because now I gotta get solo shuffle 2400 on every character, or I'm gonna try to get legend instead on every character, and then meanwhile I'm gonna try to push those characters to 2400. Now I want to do it in threes, but I might end up doing it in twos. It really just depends on how the season goes. Like again, I don't have team. Like I'll have one of my friends and maybe my brother for our main team, and I'll have to, teach him, pretty much I'm gonna be teaching him how to play the comp and all that. So I'm basically coaching a teammate to be our teammate, so we have somebody to play with. And I've done this several times. I've done it with the Truth, so my main mage. I've done it with most people I play with, and I end up teaching them, and we end up, pushing that way. So I teach the person, give them a couple months, and then I'll play with that person, and then we just learn as we're playing. That's pretty much how we have to do it. That's really all the choice I have. There's nobody. I can't queue with anybody else. But I'm hoping RMP is good. Actually, no, I honestly don't even care if RMP is good. I don't even think I'll play. Like, I don't have a mate. Like, I have EPOD, but he's usually like playing with other people at this point. So like, even if RMP is good, we probably won't play it. I kind of died in Shadowlands when it was actually fun. But yeah, that's pretty much the plan. We're gonna level our characters, which is gonna be a pain, and go from there pretty much. A lot of work. We have a lot of work to do. A lot of leveling, a lot of gearing. It's gonna be a headache. I'm gonna try to boost somebody though. I'm probably not gonna full out. I'll probably boost a rogue so we can start off with rogue, and then we'll go from there. Cause I don't really feel like leveling. Depending again, it really just depends on how the season is. If the season is good, which I'm hoping it is, because I don't remember it ever being this hard to push in threes. Like this is ridiculous. This is I had to have a multi-glad team just to play at 2150 plus. Like and if I don't play good, we'll lose. Like if we don't play an S tier comp or like play really good, I literally had to play with a current gladiator and like somebody the hunter actually played pretty solid other than the fact that he did weird stuff that he wasn't supposed to do, but overall he played good. So overall they played good. And even though we played really good, we still got very lucky. We a lot of the games were just pure luck on how we won. Like some games we literally just won in the opener like RMP. But yeah, it's been ridiculous to push in this season. Main obviously because of Cataclysm, but hopefully, a lot of people are going to be coming back. I think people realize Kata is completely. It's pretty boring, to be honest. You're either getting full CC chain, but like, yeah, the CC is ridiculous in the first place, and I'm fine with it. I like how the fact that if you don't have your trinket, you die. I like that. I think that's great. Like in Shadowlands, if you didn't have trinket, you die. I think that's great. I think if you trinket and you can't wall in stuns or none of that, and you have to pre-wall and you have to do stuff like that, and you die if you don't, I think that is great. I think it's great for the game, and I love it when it's like that. So Kata, if they would add MS into the game, like dampening, and they would tune down the CC to retail CC, it would be beautiful. That would be the peak of like PvP right there. I think that'd be fun. That'd be a great time. That way people aren't in twos or threes just being able to out heal for 30 minutes. At least threes it's not that big of a problem, but in twos it is a huge problem. I literally am in games for 40 minutes. Like just at like a normal rating, just at like 1600. It's crazy. Like without dampening, there's no point even queuing twos. I don't even bother. Maybe now that everyone has like best in slot gear, it might be a little bit different. But let me know in the comments if you play Kata, is it still the same? But when me and Will played it, yeah, nah. Even though we were doing like really good DPS, it was just the longest games of all time. But I wish they would go back to that. I hate that everyone has 90 different cooldowns and all of that stuff. Just bro, give us trinket, and if you're an H-File, you get bop and you get bubble. That's because your class is meant to do that. And if you're any other class, give him maybe a trinket and something else. Maybe. Like I just think after your trinket you should die. That's what I feel about it. I think if you use your trinket incorrectly, you deserve to die 100-0. Just like in Shadowlands. If you trinketed air or if you trinketed in the opener for, pressure or something like that, you were dead every time, every day of the week. Perfect. If you got outplayed, then you deserve to lose. I love the game when it's on an outplay standpoint. But yeah, you guys let me know what you guys think about that. Um, I'm gonna put a community post up there, 1 through 10. How do you feel about this season? Let me know in the comments how you feel about this season. From in PvP, one out of 10, all of PvP in season 4. So from the start to finish, was it good? Was it bad? Me personally, it was a 3. Like that's being generous, by the way. I think this was one of the worst seasons I have ever played. It was as bad as like season 4 of Shadowlands when people started leaving. They just haven't done any fixes. They haven't done any MMR fixes. They haven't done any rating fixes. They haven't done anything to help people to push. And this guy AFK is on my team. I forgot about this. And again, this guy won't get banned. And I love this. I love how I get permaban, and every single time I get somebody like this. Every time. It is crazy. This is why this game's just useless. And this happens more than you think. This is a 2600 game, and of course, this happens. And on top of this, I gain 23 rating. Or no, not 23. That's way too much. I gain 13 rating. Sorry, my bad. So he throws my game, and for no reason, not because I was talking trash. I think he was just mad that he just was losing. But as you can see, I gain. Let's see, how much did I actually gain? Is that 13? Yep, plus 13. I even screenshot it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace, peace.